I'm Jill Rowan. I'm a Young Living distributor, and I wanted to talk to you some more about Ningxia Red. Last time I gave a talk about Ningxia Red. This is the Ningxia. It's delicious. It is our total body infusion. It's my liquid vitamin, multivitamin, I guess you could say, and just packed with all kinds of great nutrients, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. But I'm coming to you from Blairsville, Georgia. It is beautiful here. The birds, my husband, our dogs, just us. We came to kind of refresh a little bit for the weekend. So, Ningxia Red, okay. This is the packet that we bring when we travel. It's great, but it usually comes in a nice sized bottle that we keep in the fridge. Once you open it up, you need to refrigerate it, and it lasts for about 30 days or so. Unopened, it'll last approximately 24 months, but you want to open it and you want to drink it because it's great. It's energy. It gives you energy, revitalizes you, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful drink. So we talked and discussed why there were so many people living over the age of 100 in the Ningxia province of China. They were eating the wolfberries, the Ningxia wolfberries. That's the wolfberries that we talked about that wash down the side of the mountain, the Himalayas, into their crops and give them that super fertile soil. And it makes those Ningxia Red wolfberries super potent and gives you that great I guess just really just a good berry. It's a good, not all wolfberries are created equal, and I'll talk about that in just a minute too. We also talked about oxidative stress and free radicals. Free radicals are those things like the pollutants. They are the environment you live in that can harm you. They are things that like smoking, alcohol, all that kind of stuff, and how antioxidants can help fight that effect. Ningxia Red. This is an antioxidant. It's packed, like I said, with minerals and all kinds of proteins and potassium. We'll talk more about potassium too. So we mentioned the Olympic swimmer who was on a steady diet of walnuts and Ningxia wolfberries. She improved and began to swim quicker, faster, break world records. So the Ningxia Red that has the wolfberry puree, it is energy, it helps to balance your blood sugar, it helps potassium levels, among other things. It's high in potassium and magnesium. So just 3 ounces of wolfberries contains nearly 1,600 milligrams of sodium. Compare that to a banana, which has 395 milligrams of sodium. There's no comparison. So if you need your potassium, drink your Ningxia Red. So did you know it has triple the vitamin C of raw oranges, 2 times the beta carotene of raw spinach, and 5 times the calcium of raw cauliflower? So this is a super packed fruit. Why is potassium important? Potassium is the single most important mineral to human health and longevity. It's essential for normal electrolyte pH balance within the cell. So when you have excess sodium in your body, it collects in conjunction with a potassium deficit. You don't have enough potassium. It can result in high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and it's very difficult on the heart and the circulatory system. As we grow older, potassium deficit becomes more and more out of whack, and the kidneys become less and less effective. So they don't retain that potassium that we need to get rid of excess sodium in our bodies. That's what the potassium does. So researchers have estimated kidney function declines by about 75% between the ages of 30 and 80. I know that's a span of 50 years, but still that's huge. 75% decline. That's a lot. So declining potassium levels are closely linked with signs of aging, which is inevitable, but we can slow down that process when we eat the right things and take the right supplements and eat healthier. Increasing your intake of potassium can potentially do that, slow it down. The Ningxia wolfberry is the highest known whole food source of whole food potassium. And we talked about how much potassium is in there. Okay, let's talk about blood sugar levels. Those that have blood sugar issues and those spikes and those lows, Ningxia Red dried wolfberries have been shown to have one of the lowest glycemic indexes of any food. How about that? A glycemic index measures the impact of blood sugar levels 2 hours after ingestion. Now we have a little doggy who I make both of their foods, but specifically for her because she's diabetic and she has to have insulin every 12 hours. But don't think for a minute that I don't give her a little bit of this, tiny bit. She's only about 13, 14 pounds, so I give her some Ningxia, and she loves it. The lower the glycemic index, the lower the rise in blood sugar levels, so you don't have those spikes. This levels off your blood sugar, and it levels off. It just maintains your health and a good blood sugar level and a good blood pressure level. So it seems odd that a dried wolfberry might do that and have an impact on blood sugar levels. But there's been some recent clinical studies that show that the dried wolfberry has a glycemic index of only 29, which is 2/3 lower than the glucose and 50% lower than white bread or boiled potatoes. Those are starchy kind of things. So blood sugar spikes are hard on the heart, again, your liver, your kidneys have to overwork, and again, your circulatory system. Very, very hard for it to process all of that. I think, so many of our health issues could be fixed by eating properly, eating the right foods, getting that fuel that your body needs all the time. Imagine a car engine. Okay, picture the amount of soot and smoke that comes out of the tailpipe, right? Okay, this is a result of burning fuel in the engine. The higher the octane, so of the gasoline, the better the food. This is kind of correlation with our body. The higher the octane of the gasoline, and the newer and the more efficient the engine, the lower the amount of pollutants and contaminants that the engine ejects through the exhaust, through the tailpipe. Same with us. When we eat better foods, that's how the cells in our body also churn out pollutants as they burn food and oxygen. So when we consume a diet of like low octane sugar fortified processed foods, what do you think that's going to do to your body? It's going to generate more internal pollution. So when you eat healthier, you're going to have less of that and less free radicals. Let's talk eye health. I know I'm going quickly through this, but I just don't want this talk to be too terribly long. So eye health, all right? So recent studies have shown that the wolfberry is one of the few foods to contain taurine. Taurine's an amino acid, and it's important for ocular health, for your eye health. You can Google taurine. The Ningxia wolfberry is rich in 2 eye-protecting carotenoids, zeaxanthin and lutein. So those are vital for protecting vision from the free radical damage, protein destruction, and blindness that occurs with age. And we all know that as we age, things start to break down. But you can protect yourself and do something now so that you don't have those great deficits in your life later on. The wolfberry's off-the-chart antioxidant count may explain why Ningxia wolfberry is a valuable nutritional intervention for that dry, age-related macular degeneration. It's called AMD, cataracts, and diabetic retinopathy. What else does the wolfberry do? It does all kinds of stuff other than revitalizing us and energizing us and helping protect our cells, helping our eye health, helping our blood sugar regulation, our blood pressure regulation. It's also very effective in supporting good joint health and cartilage movement. It's important to move easily as we get older. And gosh, we have a cabin here. We go up and down the stairs, and you want good joint protection, and you want your joints to work well and fluid. So the wolfberry is very effective in protecting joint health. Specifically, the wolfberry is this wolfberry is called Lycium barbarum. It's the most highly esteemed because not all wolfberries, like I said, are created equal. Others are considered inferior or second rate. So the Lycium barbarum is the best wolfberry. And why haven't we known about this before in the West? The wolfberries pretty much remained unknown to us because Here's why. China kept its borders closed for years to foreigners. The Great Wall of China symbolizes just that. And that's why Beijing has been called the Forbidden City. People couldn't get in there, so we didn't know about the Ningxia wolfberry. It's been considered a national treasure by the native Chinese, and for that reason, it's been used by Olympic coaches as their secret weapon to achieve gold medal results. So the Ningxia wolfberry, drinking that in this puree form, just an ounce or two of Ningxia Red every day can combat those free radicals and oxidative stress damage. It'll certainly improve your health because it has improved mine. It's a great drink and it's delicious. It's a berry flavor. You'll love it. It's very, very good. There's so many recipes out there too. You can Google Ningxia Red recipes and mix it with some things. I like to put extra oils in mine, like cinnamon and rosemary, and I put marjoram, all these vitality oils I like to put in my Ningxia Red for an extra boost. You can look up what marjoram might do for your health, what rosemary may do for your health. Cinnamon is a great one for your health. So all those we have in our vitality line. And I like to put the extra oils in the Ningxia. So try it. It's a great drink. I'll put the link to how you can get it, and I think you'll really enjoy drinking it. And hey, you can't beat the health benefits. Y'all have a great day.